Don't freeze.
I never freeze.
Do not freeze. I never freeze. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a review of Black Panther. I'm sure everyone has gone and watched the movie 2, 3 times, 4 times, I don't know how many times. I'm going to be watching it again soon, hopefully when it's less crowded, because I like a bit of quietness when I go watch my movies. I always tend to watch my movies 2 weeks after they've premiered? Yeah, because then there's less people in the cinema, and I get to put my legs on the chairs and be comfortable, wear my socks and bring my blanket and, you know, like eat my sushi. I'm quite bougie when I'm in the cinema, and less talking. I hate when people talk in the cinema. It's like, shut up. Yeah, so it's going to be a review and what I thought about the characters and how they're portrayed, and the outfits, the accents, and just the overall storyline. Yeah, let's talk about the characters. So my favorite my favorite character in the movie was definitely Shuri, and I'm sure it was everyone's favorite character because she was so funny, she was loyal, and she was very, very intelligent. And it's quite interesting because last year I went to a company summer party, and you had to dress up as superheroes, and I dressed up as Shuri. And when I was looking at pictures of her, she's really, really sexy. Like, I feel like she's really, really sexy. Whereas like I felt Shuri in the Black Panther movie wasn't sexy. She was a bit tomboyish, you know, cool, and had a bit of, like, you know, little step in her feet. If that's how you say it, I don't know. I'm talking out to push it. Anyways, yeah, so so it's quite interesting seeing her totally different to what I imagined her to be. Yeah, but anyways, I feel like her personality, her humor, her intelligence, her wittiness really made me not think about, oh, I'm missing the sexy bit that I was imagining. So, which is fine. So I think she really played out the character perfectly, and her accent as well was surprisingly good. And yeah, which I really enjoyed. I'm really big on accents and how they portray African accents, because some people butcher it, and I'm like, don't talk. Yeah. Yeah, so she was definitely my favorite. Another character was Nagai. So Nagai was giving me all, like, I don't know, I'm a princess, but I just want to be an activist. So she's not all about the crown. I feel like she's like, what is that? She wants to be someone who makes changes to the world, and which I feel like a lot of women are back home. They're not necessarily like, oh, let me be this sexy dainty thing. No, hun. I'm African. Like, I carry the burden. I need to fight for people. So I feel like she really represented like how women are, like how our mothers are, how our grandmas are. They're normally the backbone of the family. They're normally the ones who go, because a lot of, remember, like back in the day, a lot of people were, especially in South Africa, were working in the mines. So normally all homes back home were fatherless in a sense, so the mother had to be the nurturer but also the protector of the family. So just got a message. So yeah, so I felt like she represented that she had a bit of femininity with her in her, but also she was more of a fighter, and also like she had a purpose basically. So I could identify with that, and I really loved that about her character. My other favorite character was Okoye. Oh, she was so badass, and I think, oh sorry, played by Denai. Yeah, it was played by Denai. So basically, I've been binge watching The Walking Dead, so I already love her, and I already think she's badass. She came in Walking Dead whipping her sword like no one's business. She came in like a boss. The way she was dragging those zombies, I was like, damn girl, I want to be like you. She is fierce, 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 fierce. So with her, I found that she was very loyal and to the crown. So she was very loyal to her people and protecting. So she's very protective, but also fierce and very like not a pushover. So I think she was more logical and could make, so she understood her duties, but also she had like some loyalty as well. So I don't know, I feel like she had two parts of her that were fighting each other, because I think she really liked T'Challa, but then she also had her loyalty to the throne. So I feel like in Africa you always see that kind of the type of behavior where you are loyal to the government or to the chief or to whoever, and normally they'll have wars. I remember like in Shaka Zulu, like watching the movie where the brothers were at war with each other, but because even if you wanted the other brother to win, because the other brother was the king, you had to be a servant to him, not a servant but like loyal to him. So I feel like they were kind of playing on that notion of how Africans are loyal to the head of the community, even if sometimes it could be like, you know, someone who's shady or someone who's corrupt, but because they are loyal to that structure, to that party, to that throne, to whatever. So yeah, so I thought it brought in a wider conversation of people who are allowing things to happen in governments or in communities, why they allow them to happen. So yeah, so I think she signified that. But yeah, so I really liked her, and she's beautiful, like her skin is so nice, and I'm just like, and the fact that she can rock short hair and still look beautiful. And I loved it when when they went to Korea and they started fighting, she whipped out the wig and hit the guy with the wig, and I was like, yeah, you go girl, take that wig off. You don't look pretty in it. Well, she looked pretty, but she's more fierce with short hair, so yeah, so I loved her. Next character is Ramonda. Oh, she was my Zulu queen. Like her hat was giving me life. It was reminding me of my home, and I was like, yes girl, work it. And I'm even like, I really want a hat so I can wear it to a wedding in the summer. So yeah, she was giving me life, she was giving me calmness, she was respectful to the son who was the king, but still had a bit of, you know, like, I'm your mother. So yeah, and you know, so I loved that. I loved how she came out as a strong person, but also very what do you call it, she had confidence in her son, and also was motivating him, like, yeah, you can be this great guy, you know, like, which I think all mothers are. Our mothers, especially towards their sons, they quite they try to give the son some humility. Oh my god, I can't speak. Some humility, and I feel like she was doing that in the movie, and yeah, she was so beautiful. I can't say much more because I probably wasn't too focused on her, and yeah, but yeah, she was amazing. Angela really killed that part, so I loved her. And next is the men. So the men was so fine, they're so fine, they're so hot. Yeah, the men. I really enjoyed T'Chaka's role, and yeah, he was amazing. Fellow South African, the older guy, the older T'Chaka and the younger T'Chaka are both South Africans, they're both Xhosa people. And yeah, I really enjoyed them. I really enjoyed their accents. Their accent was spot on because it's theirs. So they didn't really need to put on an American accent. So yeah, they did amazing. And T'Challa was amazing. Like, I feel like he also had this kind of like deer in the headlights as well a bit, because he wasn't quite sure if he's ready for the role. So I felt like in the whole, not in the whole movie, but some bits of the movie, he was just like, you know, when he wasn't wearing the what do you call it, wasn't wearing the the suit. So he was a bit of like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Am I doing the right thing? You know. But yeah, he is amazing. Chadwick is so hot. He's like sexy chocolate brother, you know. And he's a Sagittarian, so you know my people. Yeah, and next one is Killmonger. Killmonger was amazing too, and it's so funny how you kept on fighting yourself. You're like, oh, I hate him, he's such a bad guy, but like you then identify with him and feel sorry for him. He lost his father, they murdered his father, so obviously him living by himself for the rest of his life since his father's death has made him into a monster. And also he had valid points of like, why are you guys sitting in your cocoon and in your own bubble and not helping your brothers and sisters in the whole in the rest of the world, which is so true. I always think like Africans, we tend to turn a blind eye to our neighbors or people who are in the West, like people who need help. And also like, why don't we work hard to improve our economy and improve our environment, improve our security levels, improve everything so that our own people can come back? Because to be honest, like no one wants to come and live in a cold place when they have a sunny country where they can live blissfully. The cold makes you miserable, guys. The cold makes you miserable. So I feel like if we sort out our shit, then people will come back. So I feel like that's what he was saying. So he had a message, and I feel like although he was so extreme, I feel like we need those kind of people who are extreme to like knock some sense into us, which is what he did in the end, and why T'Challa went to the UN and like offered his help to the rest of the world. Yeah. Next character will be Wakabi. I loved him. I loved him and I hated him because he was, what do you call him? What's that word? A traitor. he was, no. Why? Why are you fighting against your friend, your childhood friend, Dumbo? Yeah, but I loved his outfit. He's just so like dressed in the Basotho people outfits, and I was like, yes, rock that blanket, boy. Show the Southern Africans that you know, you can fit in, you know. So I really enjoyed that. And yeah, so and I also really enjoyed how what do you call him, Okoye was like basically trying to put him back into his place, and I was like, do you want this? If you do, behave, boy. The two white guys, Claw and Everett, there was well, they played the roles nicely, although Claw died really early into the movie, so I was like, okay. But yeah, he's really good. His South African accent was perfecto. Not South African accent, his Afrikaans South African accent was perfecto. Okay, he nailed it. He was so good. I can't do Afrikaans accent, I suck. But yeah, it was really good. So kudos to him. He did a good job. And Everett was a cutie as always. I love him. He's so like geeky, but also like, you know, amazing with these like Marvel movies, so I liked him. My favorite male character was Mbako.
He needs some milk.
He was so fine. He was so sexy. I don't know, I just loved him. And I loved him because he was funny, he was humorous, he was big but humorous. So I just like that about a guy who can be a little bit weird but be like strong and beautiful but still be weird. Yeah, when they were doing the ape sounds, I died. When the white guy was speaking, when Everett was speaking, and it just did the ape noises, and I was like, damn. That was funny, because I don't know, it reminded me like when people just think like African people are monkeys, so every time we speak we are, so I feel like they're playing on that. I don't know, I might be wrong, but yeah, I just find it funny. Okay, enough about the characters. The things that I didn't like about the movie is that the accents. So some people were doing a better job at the accents, but some of them I was like, no. Like Chadwick's accent was so bad, I was like, And then like, also Denai as well. I was like, Denai, you're Zimbabwean, like you should know like because I feel like in Southern Africa we kind of have the same tone to our accent. I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly, but it's the same like when you speak English we speak the same. It's not very harsh, but it's very like, I don't know, I can't explain it, but yeah, I just felt like it was a bit too, like, especially like the freeze. I'm like, we don't speak like that, man. We do not freeze. We do not freeze. We speak properly. So yeah, that's one thing I hate about not hate about the movie, that I didn't like about the movie. Another thing that I didn't like was how I wish there was more of a background story with Nagai and T'Challa, like their relationship. And so I feel like the movie should have been either been longer or part 1, part 2, because I feel like with Captain America we had a bit of more background story on him. So that's why it's basically my favorite movie out of the Marvel movies, Captain America, because I feel like you got to grow with him as a character, whereas T'Challa, we didn't see him evolve into a Black Panther. He was already a Black Panther, so I feel like we need a bit more background story to that, and just the whole relationship of T'Challa and his wife, and the whole, like, also having a nightlife, I don't know, and the nightlife of Wakanda, just more. I just wanted to know more about I know the only thing I saw them in having celebrations was when they're doing the rituals and the fighting and stuff. But what about like gatherings, like family gatherings? I don't know, I wanted to know more, I wanted to see more, and I felt like disappointed in that sense. Yeah, and those are the only things really that I didn't like about the movie. Other things were amazing. The costumes were amazing. The outfits and the, what do you call it, the extra accessories, especially on their mouths and the hair and the dots, the face paint, and yeah, it's just everything, the drumming, the dancing. I love the way they were capturing our culture into the movie. So it was captured really well, and yeah, thank you so much to the director and the costume people and whoever was involved. You did a good job. Yeah. One thing I really liked about the movie, and which that's why I'm praising the movie basically, is that it allowed us to have a much more deeper conversation in regards to Black people, Africa, the way we are presented in mass media. You know, a lot of times, every time when I look at mass media, the only positive things I always see is when, like, Beyonce's doing something, like, I don't know, like it's when a celebrity does something, and then when it's like a population or as a people, it's always like, oh, like knife crime, like people being racist towards us, I don't know, like shooting, hijacking, like, you know, things that I'm like, or poverty, like us like swatting flies. I'm like, you know, we're more than that. Like as Trevor Noah said, like no matter how hungry we are, we could always swat the fly. I'm joking. I don't know why I added that. But anyways, yeah, so it's like we are more than that. We are more than poverty. We are more than crime. We are more than like being uneducated or not being able to afford school fees. I don't know, we are more than that. We are clever people. We are extra people. We are vibrant people. So I feel like this is the beginning of seeing more movies that portray us in a more positive light, and I loved it. I loved it. I love it, and I'm here for it. And yeah, so I'm excited to see what other movies are gonna come up, and also us supporting our movies, guys. We need to go watch them. We need to buy DVDs, and we need to also dress up like the same way if we're dressing up for Black Panther. We need to dress up for other movies as well. Go with the theme. If it's a movie about, I don't know, like working in the farms, bring your shovel. You know, if it's about mining, bring your mining cap. I don't know. So yeah, we need to support each other and carry on with the momentum. And yeah, that's all I have to say, guys. Let me see if I have any more notes. Yeah, that was it, guys. So go watch the movie, support it, and support the next upcoming films. And yeah, have a good day, guys, and see you next time. Bye. Enough.